Are you considering moving to the Las Vegas area? Today we're going to go over everything you need to know about moving to Las Vegas.
Hey everyone, I'm Christina.
And I'm Kristen.
And we are the Thomas Group with Real Broker, your local Las Vegas and Henderson realtors.
So most of our clients are just like you and watching us on YouTube because they're thinking about moving to the Las Vegas and Henderson area. And we get a lot of the same questions all the time. So Christine actually thought of an idea to come up with this video as kind of a relocation guide for you that has everything that you need to know about moving to Las Vegas and Henderson.
Yep, exactly. So first, we're going to talk about location. One of the most difficult aspects about moving to a new city is to find where you want to live. What is the best location for you and for your specific needs? So one of the great things about Las Vegas is the setup of the freeways. We have the 15 that goes north-south, so easy access to go up, into Utah, Arizona, also over to California. And then we have the 215 expressway that goes around the whole city. So it makes it really, really easy to just access all corners of Las Vegas.
Yeah, great points, Christina. And we're going to go through pretty much like most of the communities, the most popular ones that people reach out to us about, with a little footnote that as real estate agents, we can't steer you toward a certain location. But one of the things that we love doing for everyone that does reach out is when we have our free consultation with you, whether that's here in the office or via Zoom or via phone call. You tell us what's really important to you, and then we're going to help you narrow down those individual communities. So this is a great overview for you. You can put your trust in us as the expert. One other resource that we want to refer you to, because we cannot talk about crime.
Right.
That would also be, steering, but we can always be the source of the source. So you're welcome to Google like Las Vegas crime map or Henderson crime map. And that way you're able to input different addresses and research the crime yourself. We'll pop up on our screen how you can get in touch with us. The thomasgrouplv.com has all of our information. If you do call our number, I'm extension 2 for Kristen.
And I'm extension 4 for Christina.
We'd love to help you guys. Okay, let's talk about all the parts of town.
Perfect. So definitely one of the most popular locations is Summerlin. And I personally live on the west side, so I particularly enjoy Summerlin.
Yeah.
But you do pay a premium to live over on the west side. It is a little bit more expensive to live over there, but we've got so much going on the west side in Summerlin. Lots of new construction happening right now. You're closer to the Red Rocks, so you've got those gorgeous views of the rocks, and then you've got, as we go up into the mountains, you'll get some really nice strip views over there. Lots of beautiful guard-gated communities. There's tons of restaurants and bars and shopping and
Downtown
everything.
Summerlin's
Downtown
amazing.
Summerlin, Red Rock Casino,
Yeah.
It's got tons of stuff over there. Tivoli Village, Boca
Yes.
Park, everything, Oh, and the ballpark is over there too.
In
I
the
was just over
ballpark.
there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Did you go to a game?
I did.
Nice,
Yeah, it was fun. It's
Yeah,
cute.
and then there's houses and like properties around that you can walk to the ballpark, to downtown Summerlin.
Yeah.
So like it's definitely popular for a reason, but like Christina said, you're paying a premium. Whereas in the whole valley, I think right now the median sales price is around $450,000. In Summerlin, the median sales price is probably closer to $700,000, $800,000. Because of the location.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so let's go over to Henderson, which is where myself and my husband Steve live. If you watched any of our videos before, you know that we love Henderson. One great thing about it is it's its own unique city with its own fire and police department, and that's really important to a lot of our clients because Las Vegas Metro, they're taking care of a really big area, but in Henderson, it's still a big area, but we have, the own force to help with that. So that's a great bonus of it. Henderson's a city, so, it's not really fair to compare Summerlin, which is just a master plan community, a part of Las Vegas. Henderson's a whole different city. So there's a little bit of everything in Henderson, right?
Right, yeah.
Any type of person.
Exactly. I think most people think when we say Henderson, they think of Green Valley.
Yes.
Right? But
Yeah.
there's all different neighborhoods in
All
Henderson.
different kinds.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think probably the most common that at least our clients are reaching out to us about are Green Valley, which is where my husband and I live. Older homes, established. Really, we love it. It's really convenient to get to the airport and the Strip. It's a little bit closer than Summerlin. Also, areas Seven Hills, Anthem are really popular. And we have the ultra luxury neighborhoods of McDonald Highlands and Askaya that have the best views of the Las Vegas Strip in the whole valley.
Hands down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then as well, when you're in Henderson, Christina mentioned Summerlin, you're closer to Red Rock Canyon. Henderson, you're closer to Lake Mead. So if you're a water baby, that's the side of town for you.
Yeah. Okay, now let's talk about the Southwest. So that's going to be your Enterprise area, your Spring Valley. There's so many communities over there. They're actually building a lot out there too because there's a lot of land out there. So really building up. We've got those guard-gated communities like Southern Highlands. You've got Rhodes Ranch out there. In Spring Valley, there's Spanish Trail, Spanish Hills. So lots of really nice established communities there. Another thing is the Durango Casino that's being built. When is that? That's opening.
It's opening soon. They're hiring now for it.
Yeah, I keep seeing signs. Don't miss out.
Yeah.
So the Durango Casino is going to be right out there as well. And the Uncommons, this area is
it's like a live, work,
trendy.
play place.
Yeah.
Like a lot of celebrity chefs are opening up little, it's like, it's not a cafeteria. What do they call that? Where there's like a lot of different vendors and then like your main eating area.
Yeah.
But they've got events going on there. I feel like before, if you wanted to like go out, you had to go to the Strip or downtown. But I feel like this is going to be kind of like the hub of the Southwest area. So I think that's really cool.
It is really cool. And to have the casino out there too. I think that's just going to be, it's really building up that area. So, but also if you do want to go to the Strip, this is a great location. It's really easy access to get to the Strip. So for people that work on the Strip and things like that.
A lot of people that work on the Strip there. It's a great place for investments too, because the property prices tend to be a little bit lower outside of those like luxury communities that Christina mentioned. It's overall like very affordable.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
And then also when you're closer south, you're closer to California.
Yeah. So that's a great place if you want. It's literally like on your way. Yeah.
And if you're a mountain biker too, the further you live like southwest, like towards the west, we've had some clients that are mountain bikers and this has been important to them. There's a ton of trails out that way down Blue Diamond.
Oh, so many.
Yeah. Great for the outdoors enthusiast.
Yeah.
All right. Also great for the outdoors enthusiast. I'm going to be talking about the northwest of Las Vegas. This is like, I'm really loving everything that's going on up there.
I love it. Yeah.
It's so pretty because you're surrounded by the mountains. You're very close to Mount Charleston. They've actually got development going on like basically at the road right in Kyle Canyon, like right at the base, going up into Mount Charleston. So if you're like into hiking, skiing, it's so, so pretty up there. If you're someone that wants to be, you know, in everything, like going out to the nicest restaurant, shops, etc., it's maybe a little bit remote for you, but like nothing's far. You're still like 12 to 20 minutes from downtown Summerlin.
Yeah, and there's little shopping centers and things like that too. My brother lives in Sky Canyon.
I love Sky
Canyon. I love it. It's beautiful up there and the wide streets.
Yeah, it's beautiful. So there's Sky Canyon that Christina mentioned, which is one of my favorites. They're opening. Sunstone is another community up there. One of my other favorite spots is between Summerlin and Sky Canyon, Sky Hills. And I really like that because if you find that Sky Canyon's a little bit too remote for you, Sky Hills is like a very happy medium. And you're only 12 minutes from downtown Summerlin. So
that's true.
It's beautiful. Like you can get some really nice views and it's much more affordable than living in Summerlin. And one final thing I want to mention is that like all the events that are held in downtown Summerlin, you don't need to be a Summerlin resident. Yeah. So like what they have the Parade of Mischief going on. I'm going to take my son out to that because we don't have to be living in Summerlin to go enjoy it. So.
Yeah. Then, of course, there's the Strip. Everybody knows the Strip, but not everybody knows you can live on the Strip. So there's several different high-rises. Some of them are actually hotels, part condos, and some of them are mainly just for living, for purchasing or for renting. there's tons of options. So if living in the middle of everything is for you and just that easy, lock up and go type of style of living is for you, then the Strip is a perfect option. And there's a huge range of prices.
Right.
We've got like Waldorf Astoria for the multi-million. You can go to Veer, Vidara. Those ones are a little bit lower, and you can live at like Signature MGM, Trump Tower. Like those are
Right.
in the like
So affordable.
300s.
Yeah.
That range as well.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, and I think sometimes people they balk at like the HOA dues, but you have to remember the HOA dues, you only own the interior of your building. The HOA
Right.
dues are paying for, think about that, like the whole
everything.
structure.
Yeah.
A lot of times water is included, right?
Typically, yeah, water
there's things
and
that are included.
the trash. And a lot of times, cable and internet is provided or included. It just depends. All the towers are a little bit different, but obviously all the amenities are included. So
Right.
when you live on the Strip, like imagine like you're living like on vacation permanently, right?
Which
So
could be good or bad. To me, I would
yeah.
hate it, but a lot of people love it.
Yeah, and some people don't live there full time.
A lot of people, I'm sure.
So it's a second home. So when they are here, easy access to all of the shows and the restaurants. Like right now, I'm helping a client, and that's like one of his favorite things is to go out to eat and at all these
my
amazing
kind of person.
restaurants. Yeah, same. That's just something that's really important to him. And then also easy access to it, like the gym. Like you don't have
Right.
to leave your
Yeah,
building.
and you're not paying a gym membership. And these are
Exactly.
generally very nice gyms.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Or you've got the swimming pools, and
Right.
these are high rises.
Like a
These are
resort pool.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's a little fancier.
Yes. All right. Then next up, I want to talk about North Las Vegas, which I think a lot of people, they come to us and they've Googled and
Mhm.
they said, oh, someone told me never to look at North Las Vegas. Well, North Las Vegas has a lot to offer and it varies widely. You can check out that crime map that we referred you to. But some of our most popular areas are like the more western part of North Las Vegas where there's all that new development.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. It's
gorgeous.
so affordable.
When I first moved here, I lived in North Las Vegas.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I did. I lived up
Oh.
by the Aliante Casino.
And it's so pretty up there.
Gorgeous up
I love
there.
that area.
When I heard, because I moved there, and I hadn't heard like, oh, North Las Vegas is not a good place to live. And when I heard that after, I was like, what are they talking about? I was like, I love it up here. And then I saw other areas of North Las Vegas. So it just depends on where in North Las Vegas you're looking.
Right.
So.
Exactly. Yeah. And I guess another downside is maybe it's a slightly farther away from
It is a bit
the
far.
airport if that's important to you. But like you said, it has a lot to offer and it's so much more affordable.
Okay, now let's talk about the east side. So this area is where a lot of Las Vegas natives grew up. So it's really established neighborhood. One really good thing about it is that you've got a lot of larger lots. There's a lot of single-story homes.
Yeah.
A lot of them don't even have
lower
HOAs. But if they do, it's a lower HOA.
All right, so I know we threw a lot at you there on our location part, but just as a reminder, you can schedule a free consultation on our website, absolutely no pressure, and we'd love to help you figure out what part of town you want to be in. We also offer driving tours of our most popular areas. Right now, we only have one of Henderson, Summerlin in the Southwest, but our clients find that really helpful. You can just download it off of our website and then go out and explore everything on your own because we could talk about it all day on video, but until you see it in person, you're not really going to know what like calls to you. Yeah. All right, next let's talk about taxes. So you probably already know this, that Nevada has no state income tax. It's one of the reasons why it's so popular. Our sales tax is around 8.5. Somewhere around there. We get most of our revenue through resort taxes on the hotels. And our property taxes, depending on where you're looking, overall, I think that they're lower than other states that people are moving from. So taxes are done on the assessed amount of the home. And just to give you a very rough guideline, if you're buying new construction, your taxes are going to be 1% of the sales price, approximately. If you're buying an $800,000 home, expect your taxes to be $8,000. Now things get a little bit tricky because we have tax caps. So there's a limited amount that they can increase your taxes each year. If your home is owner occupied, they can only increase taxes by 3%. So because of this, You'll notice that older homes that have had the same owner in them for a while, that are owner occupied, say that same $800,000 house might have $4,000 property taxes.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really important that when you are shopping for a home, that you look up or your real estate agent will look up what those property taxes are for you, but you're definitely going to save on buying a more established home.
Okay, so now we're going to talk about HOAs. So HOAs here in Las Vegas, most of the communities do have HOAs. We've got lots of gated communities, guard gated communities, but even some of the communities that are not gated do have an HOA, and obviously that's going to cover all of the amenities in the common areas. There are some areas though that do have no HOAs.
Mm-hmm.
So if that's something that's important to you, if you're looking for a community like that, there's some even really nice, like
really nice,
beautiful homes that are in communities with no HOA.
Mm-hmm.
Now just keep in mind though that those HOAs they're there for a reason, right? So they do cover, those common areas, and if there's no HOA, then there's nobody taking care of those areas.
No one's
right?
making sure that your neighbor's not leaving a boat out in the front yard.
Exactly.
I feel like a lot of the non-HOA areas are older, more established, so larger lots. A lot of the horse properties
That's
out
what I was
here
gonna
are
say.
in no
Like,
HOAs.
yeah, horse properties, and
Yeah.
it's kind of cool.
It's kind of crazy too, because some of those large horse lot properties, they used to be in the middle of nowhere, and now
Yeah.
they've got like a KB neighborhood right next to
Right
them,
next
and then
door.
there's like horses.
Yeah, yeah.
It's cool. It's
And you'll
very
see them
unique.
walking on the street sometimes.
Yes.
Even it's cool. Now we'll talk about SIDS and LIDs. So SIDS and LIDs, those are going to be in your master plan communities, and those are going to cover the infrastructure, so like sidewalks and streets and things like that. Most communities do have those SIDS and LIDs that you do have to pay. There are some areas like Cadence, they don't have any SIDS and LIDs.
Yeah, and you're paying this for a finite amount of time, so it might be anywhere between $5,000 and $20,000 that you're paying over the course of 20 years. It's a special assessment that's attached to the house. So if you sell your home and you've paid off 5,000 of that 20,000, the assessment moves on to the other owner. So like Christine said, it's pretty common in the master plan communities. If you're looking like in the Southwest, maybe where there's like just communities popping up randomly, those wouldn't have that.
Right.
It's not like in California, I think it's the Melrose, that it's always attached to the property. You can't pay it off. Now we have cost of living videos that we'll refer you to, but just as a brief overall, the cost of living in Las Vegas has definitely increased over the last 5 years as we've seen such a huge influx of residents from all over. But here's some little tidbits for you. We're still 23% lower cost of living than LA.
And 25% lower than San Diego.
42% lower than Honolulu, which is, I think, why we're the 9th island, right?
Yes. And 38% lower than San Francisco.
And then once again, no state income taxes. So, all of those that we mentioned do have state income taxes. So I know I've had clients literally say, like, the savings on their state income taxes is paying their mortgage, which is wild.
I've had people say the same thing. Yeah.
All right, really quick, next I want to touch on healthcare. I end up working with a lot of you 55 and plus, 55 and better people out there. So I know that healthcare is very important to you. If you look around on Thinngs, we're not rated the best in healthcare, and that's like full disclosure. We don't have enough doctors out here, unfortunately, but we do have plenty of hospitals. We have the Valley Health System and Dignity Health. Tons of hospitals all throughout. You'll be close to someone everywhere. I've just heard we have like a shortage of specialists. If you are needing to buy your own health insurance, you can go to nevadahealthlink.com, and that takes you to the marketplace.
Okay, now let's talk about things to do in Las Vegas. Now, obviously, we know there's so many things to do as far as entertainment on the Strip. So obviously all of the shows, you've got clubs and the restaurants, but there's so much more to do outside of the Strip. There's tons of golfing, so many golf courses out here. We kind of touched a little bit already on like hiking, and then the Smith Center, gorgeous theater, that like Art Deco design. And we have the Broadway tours coming through, the symphonies and the ballets, of course. So If you're interested in finding out different specific things to do each month, make sure you check out my things to do videos that I make each month for you.
All right, and then finally, I wanted to talk about education. So, those of you that have children, obviously their education is super important to you. We need to be the source of the source. So, I would refer you to greatschools.org and niche.com. My teammate Catherine and I have made a video, and we have a guide of what those two websites rank as the top rated schools. So, if you email us, info@thethomasgrouplv.com, I can send you over that guide. The most important thing that I want to mention is that in addition to public schools, I think what a lot of people don't know about is that we also have what's called magnet and charter schools. And these are both funded by the state. So you're not paying extra. We have great private schools too, but the charter and magnet schools are either done on a lottery system, or some, like the Las Vegas Performing Arts Academy downtown, is obviously merit-based, but really, really great options for your child, whether they have that very analytical mindset. You might see them becoming an engineer. We've got programs for that. You can get them on track like already in middle school. Some great options. They're spread all throughout town. So no matter where you live, you're not going to be far from one of these really unique, great schools. All right, well, that was a lot of information that we threw at you. And this is all stuff that we'll go over, if we do schedule a free consultation. And we also have a lot of videos, like we mentioned throughout already on this. So hope you found that really helpful.
And if you are interested in scheduling that free consultation, make sure you reach out to us. Our contact info is at our website, thethomasgrouplv.com. And as I said before, my extension is 4 for Christina.
I'm 2 for Kristen.
We'll see you in the next video.